Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am Vaos, and today in this episode we're going to try, well, I've already tried, but we're going to redesign, rebuild, and try to get a, well, it's an It's an SSTO that I built. It's a little larger than the ones I've been building, and its main sole purpose was to get a fairly large satellite into geosynchronous orbit. However, I've had some requests from my subscribers to try to make an interplanetary SSTO. Where is it? Aha. SAT, which means satellite carrying large MAPCOM, and the class of this SSTO is longbow. Supposedly, you know, like the longbow weapon being able to fire at long distances. Anyway, here it is. Now, you'll be noticing that the jet engines, turbojet engines, are on top of each other. And this is because when you start going really, really high, you start losing power. And unfortunately, when you lose power, the engines themselves don't lose power at the same rate. One loses more power than the other, so the thrust on one is greater than the other. You start getting instability in the craft. And a lot of times, the RCS thrusters that you have on board aren't strong enough to counteract this power switching, or this power loss on either one of the engines. So if you put these jet engines on the sides, what will happen is it'll start to lean to the left or lean to the right when it starts losing air. And of course your little RCS thrusters are working the best they can, but they can't do a whole lot when they're trying to push against that kind of weight. You'd need like a whole army of RCS thrusters. But anyway, so to make it a lot easier, I put the jet engines on top of one another, so that when you start losing power, you'll either tilt up or down, and your wings will have plenty of control to push the mass back up or down, so you get better control. And of course, our nuclear engines that are on the sides, so that we can get all the way up there. Alright, what else did I want to show you? Okay, here's the satellite. Excuse me. Does it come off by itself? No? Yes? I think so. Yep, okay. Yeah, you can't really see it that well. But anyway, it blossoms out to a nice, large-looking satellite. Put that there. And I hope I'm not coming down with something. My throat's a little scratchy. Okay. Now, if you notice, I haven't put a live astronaut cockpit in here. It's all remote controlled. And the reason why is that I figured a small little cockpit, that kind of travel time all the way out there, you know, that poor astronaut, he's going to want to go to the bathroom, he's going to want to eat, and in a one-seater, you're not going to be able to do any of that. So, mercifully, I made it all robotic. But, let's see here. What was I going to do with this thing? Oh yeah, I was going to try to make it into an interplanetary craft. But, frankly, I don't know how to do that. It's going to need more fuel, obviously. We're going to have to put the satellite away. So we will actually change this so we don't save on top of it. We will call it, since it's a longbow class, and it's a space plane, SP, dash longbow, and, actually, no. We'll put IPSP, which will stand for Interplanetary Space Plane, and we'll make it MK1. Save. Take this off. Bye-bye. And, we won't need that, but we will need fuel. Or more fuel. Make sure those are connected. Whoa. Okay, it doesn't like that. I'll figure it out. We will need more fuel. Okay. That's good. Alright. That's a little much, huh? I don't think we'll need that much. So what I'll do instead is I'll make, let's put a small one on there. And the smaller one. We're gonna put some more control. Because the more SAS units you put on, the more control you have. Their abilities are stackable in this version, which is nice. Okay. And you know what? I mean, we're probably not going to ever even touch RCS fuel, but it's nice to have as much as you think you'd be able to put on there. That's good. Struts, our friend, our very best friend, Struts. Put some right here too. Since this is all new, and I have no idea if it's going to work. I think I put something else in here. Didn't I? No? Yeah, nope. Okay, no fuel lines. Jet engines are going to suck up not that much fuel, but these things are going to suck up plenty of fuel, and they are attached to... Where are they attached to? They're attached to small wings that are attached to this one, so we are going to want to put fuel lines coming from this to that, so that the nuclear engines have plenty of fuel. Right? Oh. Symmetry. Do it again. There you go. And winglets, obviously, we're going to need more of those, so our nose is able to take off properly. That's good. Looks a little funky, actually, so we'll put some style to it. There we go. Yeah. What the hell is that? Alright. Another RCS doohickey. Nope, doesn't like that, okay. Oh, yep, make sure you guys know that, there we go. And Alt. And put on... Come on. Arrgh. Okay, fine, you don't like it, okay. Two can play at that game. Crap. Wow, it does not like that. Oh, alright, that worked. And, of course, I want to make sure this is properly figured out. That doesn't look good. Looks like a pair of eyeballs. Nope, not doing it. We gotta keep the cool factor. That worked. It's a little strange, but okay. And this is good, that's good, this is good. I think we are ready to experiment. And you know what? Just in case, out of a bizarre, occurrence that we actually do some sort of interplanetary trip with this thing, we gotta have a way to make ourselves, like I was there. So, let's go ahead and... might be a little too much. I'm gonna try to make this thing as stable as possible. Alright. Getting a little crazy. Wow, that center of mass is way up there, isn't it? Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. What I'll do is I'll just take off some of these winglets, the small control surfaces, and it'll bring the center of lift a little higher. Towards the center of mass, without sacrificing too much lift, so it can't get off the ground. So what I'll do is I'll hit Alt, take angular snap off, put one right there. Same thing with this. Alright. And we'll leave this one up here to make it 5 altogether. Alright. So we want something for the solar system to remember us by if, by some miracle, we do make it. Let's see here. And actually, no. Since these are on the sides, I'm not even going to attempt. Let's see. Okay. That's the way it likes it, so it's not changing. Alright, it's fine. We're going to go ahead and just place the... Where are you? Small decouplers. Small decouplers. Alright. Flip it around. There. Oh. Easy now. Okay. And then we'll put something up there. What should we put? Obviously, it's not going to be a satellite. Or maybe it can be. Maybe it can be like a satellite. Or even maybe a probe that lands on the ground. Because if we are going to make this into an interplanetary craft, then I'm going to Duna. Hell yeah. Okay, Alright, so this will be the main body of the satellite. And I'm sorry for making everybody dizzy. And this is brand new, so I'm figuring it out in my head. Which is dangerous. Okay, so we need a body core. Obviously. Okay. And... boy, that's gonna stick all the way out if I do it like that. Crap. Aha, okay, I know. Yes. Like this. Sorry, YouTubers. Bleh. I know, it's getting a little dizzy. Slightly dizzy. Alright. Okay, so now we've got this pointing out here. Let's go ahead and go to town. Oh, wait a minute. Shit, that won't work at all, too. Maybe it will. No, yes? Nope. Okay. Aha! Damn it. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Now, if you're wondering why I'm not using any of these, the decoupler force is 250, 450, even the small one is 260, or this one's just 15, so I'm trying to if I get to Duna, I'll try to disengage the satellite probe, but not sling it out into eternity. And there can also, bad things can happen when you do stuff like that. Like if it's not angled just right, it might throw it into your ship, and then your ship would blow up. Ta-da. And the reason why I'm putting this here, like this, if I can. Come on. Damn you. Okay, fine. Shit. Okay, fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do is put that away. We're gonna take this whole thing and flip it around. Not too much. Just move it up. Get this, put it right there. Very good. Alright, let's go ahead and build a satellite that we all know and love. Actually, no, I'm gonna build a smaller one, like a Sputnik kind of thing going on. Because in version 21, we have these neat, if I can find it, neat little RCS fuel tanks. These teeny tiny ones. Very, very, very small. Okay, but we'll put those on later. Put this right there. Yes. Then we will put one of these on here. Where'd you go? Like so. Sometimes you gotta move out there. There we go. Yeah, you have to trick it into working for you sometimes. And then we will put an little RCS thruster on here. This is gonna be even trickier. And, where'd it go? Okay, it wants to line up and then it just disappears. Come on. You punk faggot. Okay. Aha! That looks good. That looks good. That is not good. And... is that good? That looks center to me. Alright. Let's see here. What else does this little probe need? It needs power, obviously. More than likely, because it's so small, it's not going to survive the dark side of the planet. And you know what? I'm doing this the hard way. Check this out. We'll go ahead, turn symmetry off. I don't know why I didn't do this to begin with. And what we'll do is we'll build the actual satellite first, then duplicate it. Golly. Yeah, I think I'm getting sick. My brain's not working like it should. Alright. Teeny tiny satellite. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put some stuff on you. Make sure your angular... the hell? Symmetry's on. Okay, why? What the hell's wrong with this? Alright. Okay. And we'll take it and we'll flip it. Do the same thing. Symmetry on. Beautiful. And then we will make it like kind of like a Sputnik. Is that straight? Yep, that's straight. Flip it. Same thing. Oops, symmetry. Where's symmetry? There we go. That's pretty good. I feel like there's something missing. Oh, you know what? Oh, okay, that's okay. That's good. We're good. We're good. Here we go. That's right. Also with version 21 is a tiny little battery. There we go. So maybe, just maybe, we can survive the night side. Just possibly. Alright. Looks good to me. Anything we're missing? Oh, shit. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we should have 2 different probes if we do make it. We should have one that orbits the planet, and another one that attempts to land on the planet. How are we going to do that? Okay, so we're going to take this guy, put him over to the side, don't forget about him, and we're going to build another one. This guy's going to have to be tough and robust, and maybe even have some wheels. Maybe, I don't know. We're not gonna need a whole lot of thrust. Do we need a battery pack? You know what, screw it, let's just build a rover with a parachute on top or something. How's it gonna survive re-entry? Golly, I hate all this shit. Screw it. We'll just have, what did I do? Control Z. Yes. Can't believe I threw that away. Like that. Alright, symmetry on. Make sure the... Nope, fuel tank's in the way. Could pull it up a little bit. Not likely. Make sure it's not bouncing off of each other. Barely, but it's okay. We'll actually take this and move it. Double that up. Alright, we got 2 small little probes. And... Alright, call me crazy. Call me crazy. What's the impact tolerance on this? Impact tolerance 12. Oh, that's not bad. Bear with me. Bear with me. Some surgical precision here. I'm holding down Shift as I'm rotating this with the Q and E key. I can also use the W, A, and S, D keys. It's looking nice. It's actually the same type of rover design that I've got for my Dropbox thing that I'm working on, which works actually. One of my subscribers said to use winglets for fans, and I thought that was a really great idea. So I tried that, and it does work, but it also works without them. Perhaps the survivability with winglets is higher, but yeah, it works without them 80% of the time. And of course we need a place to stash all this stuff because we are going to put a parachute. And that is just bizarre. Will that work? Yeah. That's a little odd looking, but that'll work. And when it lands, it should hit this strut that's right here, so I'll give it some sort of bounce. Oh, I hope this works. Now, going through the atmosphere, I'm sure the game will allow it. But, yeah. Normally in planet Earth, that wouldn't work. This poor little guy would be burned alive. Okay, and before we call it a day with the designing part, let's go ahead and try to give it some form of communication, if I can. Huh? That'll work, and I'll actually put action groups to this. Okay, nothing's on number 10, so I'll use number 10. Because the toggle of those is probably going to be a birch. Okay. Alright. I have no idea what the hell I just created. But let's see if it works. Save, make sure our action groups are all ready to go. We got all our intakes. Yep, they're all highlighted. Wait a minute. I think I'm missing some. Nope. You don't want to miss any, because if you do, and you close them at high altitude, the one will drag over the other and it'll make the craft unstable. Okay, so we got turbojets, right? Yes, both of them are on. Number 2 is the nuclear engines. Number 3, nothing. 4, nothing. 5, nothing. 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. Alright. Save, and let's see how bad we crash. Oh, that was something I was working on. Who knows, maybe you can, maybe you'll be able to see a little sneak peek of the little drop box I'm working on. Dropbox. There's got to be a better name for it. Dropbox. If anybody can figure out a better name for a craft that falls straight to the earth without any parachutes or rockets and survives, you let me know. Because Dropbox is getting old. Okay, here it is. I know it looks kind of weird. This part of the craft is like a tractor. It pulls it into a larger craft's hangar bay, which then flies it away. It then detaches. I don't know if you can see that. Come on, screw it. Here we go. It then has a little rocket in here that detaches and pushes it away from the hangar bay of the craft. The craft will, of course, be in a deorbital... will be in an already deorbital... have already initiated a deorbit burn. And this thing will come out of the cargo bay with the help from the little engine. And then when it's positioned itself correctly, it will take this little piece off and eject the engine away. And the craft that it's in will, of course, nose up and head back up into a stable orbit while this falls. And when it hits the ground, it will hit this side first. This part will bow and then break away. Then it will hit this side, and this part will bow and break away. And by that time, it has slowed down enough to where this box right here, minus the doors that are, of course, jettisoned just before impact, will just roll around. And then if it's upside down, these little lander legs will come over and flip it up, and they are protected by these I-beams. And take a look-see of what's in here. Here we go. It's a small little lander, much like the one I just designed, or just put on the craft. And this, of course, has a decoupler in the back, and it decouples and rolls off. Fit as a fiddle. Of course, this is just experimental. I have not tried it with a live Kriban astronaut. No, for some reason we have a shortage of participators in that. Okay, lights on. Oh, these are all messed up. Okay, engines on. Nuclear engines off, and full power. Numbers, so you can see the numbers, and we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Might be too nose heavy, I don't know. Here we go. Let's see if we can lift off the ground now. Oh. 45-degree angle. Gears up. Oh, you know what? Oh crap. It shouldn't matter. It should be okay. But I'm thinking I should have put a strut between these two wings, because it was a little wobbly there. But the craft should be small enough to where it should be okay. A little crooked, but we're not too worried about that. We're not trying to get some sort of perfect orbit. We're trying to leave Kerbin altogether. Why doesn't this SAS want to work? All I ask is for a true heading. That's all. It's kind of like, I'm lazy. It's like, That is one Einstein-looking craft. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no, I'm right. It's one Einstein-looking craft, which means it looks like it's impossible, yet it works. Because Albert Einstein was awesome. 5,000 meters in climbing. Alright, our air intake is at 7.99. Each of these engines will flame out at 0.08, so 0.08 plus 0.08 equals 0.16. So at 0.16 is when we're gonna really start having problems. Hopefully we'll get high enough and fast enough to where we can get her done. What's that? Sounded like something was screaming for its life there for a second. I hope one of these engines isn't just gonna up and quit on me. I mean, okay, we're gaining altitude and speed, so we should be fine. Plenty of air, plenty of fuel. Oh, wait a minute, that's another good... What does the fuel distribution look like? Okay, we're losing some there. Losing a little bit there. How about this? Oh, that one completely empty. That one's still full. Alright, so we're losing weight on the very top. If we lose weight on the top, it will tend to have... The nose will tend to want to come up more. So I'm trying to keep an eye on that. Why does it drop back down? Who cares? We're almost up to our speed acquiring altitude. At 12,000 meters, we will level out to about 25 degrees, and then we will fly at that heading until about 30,000, 32,000 meters. And then we will try to keep that altitude and speed up as fast as we can get it. Here we go. Whoa! Bring it up a little bit. I've noticed in order to get the SAS to cooperate, I have to turn it off and on using the F key. Come on, bring your nose back up like I want you to. You mother. Now, to put a satellite into geosynchronous orbit, a very large satellite, well, not super large, but a medium-sized satellite, I didn't have this problem, only because of the fact that we now are holding a crap ton more weight than what I think I've designed this thing to actually take into space. So hopefully it doesn't come around to bite us in the butt. Alright, I'm gonna try to equalize some of the weight here. There we go. Alright, our speed is climbing up slowly. That's a little concerning to me. That means that we don't have a whole lot of thrust to weight ratio. I may have overdone it. Just a little bit. could probably do without these two satellites on the side. Got plenty of air intake still. Like I said, 0.16 will be our red flag. Hopefully we won't reach that until we absolutely are at the edge of space. We want an orbital speed of at least 2,300. I doubt we're going to be able to make that with the jet engines, but we'll see. I should have put some lights on this craft. Oh well. It's experimental anyway. It's not as official as the smaller SSTO. Alright, 1.9 air intake. Altitude, 19,000 meters. And our speed is starting to increase rapidly now because of the lack of air that's pushing against the craft. We got about 10,000 more meters to go before we start trying to level out and increase our speed. This worked with the first design of the longbow class. However, I do not know if it's going to work with this design. This is the very first time I've tested it out with that kind of weight in front. Cross your fingers. And your toes. .8 on intake air. Almost to our leveling out altitude. Bring the nose down just a little bit, back down to 25 degrees. 25 degrees, blah. Alright. Coming up on 28,000 meters. Air intake is at yellow levels. Alright, let's start leveling out. Try to bring the altitude back down. Or the heading back down. Come on. Don't want to shoot past 33,000. Alright, this is where you're going to have to play with the keys. The WASD keys a little bit. Alright, bring the heading down. Going a little too far up. Come on. 0.18, very dangerous levels. Level out, level out, level out, level out. There we go, okay. Altitude's starting to drop now. That's fine. I'll try to keep it around, I've noticed this thing is a little harder to control now. Because of lack of atmosphere. We may need to use the RCS thrusters. I'm trying to save it. Alright, now bring it back up. Bring the heading back up. If we don't, we'll start getting re-entry effects, and that's not a good thing. Come on. Come on. Slow down, there you go. Come back up. Good. Very good. Notice our speed is really increasing now. That's good. I'm gonna try to squeeze as much speed out of this as possible. At 15 degrees, heading. Air intake has increased, so we're back into the yellow, no longer in the red. Alright, trying to keep it between 15 and 20 degrees, so it doesn't climb too quickly on me, so I can't correct it. We're about to break 2,000 meters per second. 33,000 meters, gonna bring that nose down just a little bit. Try slow our ascent. Air intake at 0.21. Come on, come back down. I need more speed. Air intake at 0.20. 34,000 meters. And slowing, okay, bring it back up level. Bring it back down a little bit. Basically just play with it, up and down. Trying to keep it level. If it goes up, come up. If it comes down, go down. Okay, going back down, up. Basically, I'm just gonna try to stay right there. Air intake is still at 0.20. It's a lot of looking. It's a lot of my eyeballs are moving at a mile a second. I'm looking at the heading, I'm looking at the altitude, I'm looking at the air intake. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to squeeze much more speed out of this, so we're going to probably have to go a little higher up in order to get more speed. Alright, so I'm going to try to keep it as level as possible, but allow the altitude to climb slowly. Because eventually we are going to have to use this speed in order to get out into space. So we can't stay here forever. We don't have unlimited fuel. Which reminds me, I wonder what the fuel balancing looks like. Hopefully it's not too far off to where it gives me problems. .17. We're at dangerous levels now. Check this real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna dump some of this in here. 0.15. We're gonna flame out soon, so I'm gonna bring down the throttle. Try to keep it as level as possible. And it switched over to orbital view, so we are pretty high. I'm gonna switch back to free camera. 0.12. Gonna bring down the throttle a little bit more. It's already starting to pivot on me, which means that one engine is receiving more air than the other, so the thrust is off. And thanks to the fact that it's on top of one another, it's easy to counteract. Instead of having to figure out how to counteract it when it's going left and right, just put the nose down, put the nose up. Very easy. Orbital speeds are now at, oh, okay, we lost an engine. So bringing it down again. So what I'm going to do is Alt, and zoom in a little bit. I need that. There we go. Now, if you would have lost an engine, having the jet engines on the sides, you would have been screwed. But because of the fact, oh, okay, bring down the throttle. Because of the fact they're on top of each other, I cannot say it enough. This is a really good idea. Oh. Get the 42,000 meters. Already at pretty good orbital velocities. I do believe we're going to get into space without needing engines, which is actually quite remarkable. I was expecting the weight to be a little too much. Oh, snapshot time. Yeah, I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this shot right here into. There we go. Taking pictures. I'm going to put this into the thumbnail. Alright. Oop, lost an engine. Try to level out a little bit more, try to keep the speed from falling too rapidly. Basically just ride it as much as I can to the very edge of space. Squeeze every little last bit of jet engine juice I can. Come on. Oop, another flame out. It's reading intake air is reading 0.00, but that's not because there's nothing there. It's just that the numbers keep on going, but they're not displayed. So technically it's like 0.000 or 0.00999, whatever. And the engines are pretty much off. I mean, I'm getting like what does KN stand for? I forget. Kilonewton? I don't know. I forget. I had it in my head just a second ago. Kilo something. Oh, Kelvin? Maybe? Kelvin? No? Okay. That's as far as I'm probably going to be able to get it. Let's check our orbit. Where are we? Okay. Holy shit. 100 and... Oh, keep an eye on that. I don't want to flip out. Wow! My jet engines have got me all the way up there. Are you serious? Damn. That's new. Never had that happen before. Alright, well, jet engines are dead. We're turning them off. Make sure your throttle's down and activate nuclear engines. And to be honest, I've only ever done this once, and that was my trip to Eve. I'm a little rusty. Just slightly. Now, thanks to the fact that the air intakes are all tied into the engines, when I close the engines off, the air intakes should read. Yep, they're asking me to open them, which means that they're closed, which is reducing our drag a whole lot, so our apoapsis is dropping extremely slowly, even though technically we're still in the atmosphere, but just barely. We're going to be hearing space music pretty soon. Now, this one out here is the other one that I talked to you about. Matter of fact, I think I have time. Yeah, it's 8 minutes away, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to switch over to here and show you the original craft that I showed you to begin with. Here it is. And as you can see, I've already deployed the medium satellite into geosynchronous orbit. How much fuel does this thing have? About half. Okay, not bad. And of course the satellite, you weren't able to really get a good look at it inside the hangar bay. Here it is when it's fully deployed. Looks nice, huh? I used RCS thrusters instead of engines, rocket engines, because in order to get a geosynchronous orbit, you have to be right on the money. Now, perfect orbit would be 2,868,750. That would be perfect. But if you, as you can see here, I've got it to about 800 at the very end of those numbers. And this one is almost at 700 at the end of those numbers, but basically, it's damn near perfect, and that you can only get that by using RCS thrusters, because with the RCS thrusters you can control them a lot more easier. Whoa, what happened? Okay, a lot easier control. Let's turn this around real quick, give you a nice little shot. Yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, and we'll point this back at Kerbal so it does its job. And it will face this part of the planet forever. Unless a meteorite hits it. Okay, so next. Where's our little guy? That's not him. Aha, that's him. Switch to. Please don't explode, please don't explode. Okay, good. Okay, are we even in range of Duna? Oh yeah, we are. Not really. It's already past us. From what I understand, you'd have to come around the planet, swing out this way, so that the orbit grows this way, or your orbit grows this way, so that when Duna comes in line, you just get captured by it. It was a whole lot easier to get to Eve, actually. Eve is much closer. And the planet's larger, from what I understand. Alright, well, let's just get into orbit real quick, which shouldn't take that much fuel to get into orbit. And then, thanks to the fact that this flying machine is all robotic, we don't have to worry about a Kerbin up there dying from lack of starvation and everything else. Holding it for too long, you know, that can be really bad for your libido. Alright, so let's fast forward. See, where's our blue marker? There it is. Looks like it's going to be another long-ass video, and I do apologize for that. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and... Alright. Okay, it's a 25-second burn, so we'll go ahead. We'll start now. Full power. That should be it. Okay, that was easy. Getting into orbit's the easy part. Going to another planet, that's hard. Okay, so we will... How are we gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Okay, well, obviously we're gonna have to wait for this red planet to come around, so... Oh. Shit. Obviously we can't wait for it while we're way out here, so we'll go ahead and switch over to him. And we should be able to fast forward a whole lot. Alright, here we go, fast forwarding. Excellent. Oh, wait, what am I saying? Okay, the orbit that's further in goes faster. Oh, damn it. I mean, that was... Oh, gosh, that was perfect, probably. Okay. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Maybe, okay, you need to come this way, right? Okay, add maneuver. Let's see what that does. Whoops, wrong way. That looks like it throws you off this way, but the sun's gravity sucks you back in, so that's no good. Let's try taking it and moving it. What does that do? Okay, so that's like that. Which sends you off into this direction, which would be in a good orbit if Mars was over there, or Duna was over there. Thinking. I'm still thinking. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, obviously I'm going to have to cut this part out of the video because it is going to take a little while for me to figure it out. I will see you then. Pretty cool. Notice it does not move. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Good Lord have mercy, that took forever. And I'm writing all of this down. Let's see. The altitude of Duna is 19,489. Okay, so it's 19,489,000. It's relatively close to Kerbin. And if you've noticed, I don't know if you can tell. Looks about right. Duna has this holy crap. Elliptical orbit. Thank you. Whew. From the looks of it, it looks like its shortest point is right here. And then it slows down as it whips out, comes back in. So from this data, and right now I'm drawing a little diagram. Okay, from this data, the way to launch to Duna is, right now my craft is 100,000 meters above Curvin. You wait till Duna is at its closest point in its elliptical orbit at an altitude of 19,489,000 meters. And that is when you make your burn, or your maneuver node. And with any luck, we can actually repeat this success. Alright. Oh, what am I doing? Oh crap, how do I get back? I just did something stupid, didn't I? Yes, I did. Damn it. Alright, no problems. Switch to. So far, it's been 2 hours and 24 minutes in making this video, but I'm gonna go ahead and edit a whole bunch of stuff for you, so you don't have to wait that long. Right around the right around the this side of the planet, facing the sun. Set as target. Alright, pull it out to about 1,000 some odd meters per second. Keep going. Alright, you see they want to come together there, so grab the sphere right here and move the orbit around. Wish there was an easier way to move this around. Like have buttons on the sides or something, so you can get a precise maneuver node instead of having to rely on the mouse. Damn it. Also, the buttons on the sides will allow you to pop up the maneuver node, so you're not having to constantly zoom in order to get it. There we go. Good lord. You know what? I am not going to screw around with it anymore. We do come a little bit out of the orbit and then swing back in, but you know what? I'm sticking with this one. Alright, burn time in 25 minutes. I forgot how tedious this is. Let's see if we can get to our maneuver node. There we are. And fast forwarding. Beginning burn. 3-minute burn. I'll go ahead and fast forward through this for you. Well, shit. Looks like we overshot just a little bit. Alright, so what I'm gonna hope for is, once we get out, a little farther out, we'll make another maneuver node, and hopefully, correct that. Bingo! We have capture. Looks like I needed to speed up a little bit, which is odd. Okay. Alright, we're here on our way to Duna in this small little craft. Holy crap. I never designed this craft to be able to do that. Wow, I'm impressed. Alright. Off she goes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy. Bye-bye. Here we go. Damn. At full warp, it's gonna take a while. Oh man, I just thought of a great idea. I should have released a probe right here. And what that probe will do is it will circle in this orbit, you know, pretty much almost forever. Maybe I'll slow it down a little bit so it doesn't get tagged by Duna. But whenever I want to go to Duna, I'll just wait till the I'll just wait till Kerbin's orbit is right there, then I'll launch. And I'll follow somewhat the same path, the same orbit. So you pretty much have this highway marker to get to Duna. Damn. Who knows, maybe that would have failed miserably. Wait a minute, why am I not captured by Duna anymore? Okay, hold on. We have a slight problem here. For some reason it's not showing capture. And I'm thinking it's because I'm just slightly under Duna. So maybe if I pull it up. Yes, getting into orbit, putting satellites into orbit, dropping things from orbit. This is easy. Going to other worlds. Not so much. Alright, slowing down does not help. How about speeding up? That helps. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our maneuver mode. Slow down. Alright, 20 seconds. Make sure your engine's on. Engine's on. Ten seconds. Now it says 1 second, but that's at full burn, so we're not going to try to go full burn. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do it now. A couple of seconds. That won't hurt too much. Here we go. Okay, damn, full throttle. Well, it shows us having a capture cell. We're good to go. Now, why did it do that? It's a little interesting. It's probably because the weight's off. Not by much. Alright. Here we go. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. That's as fast as she goes. I think I'm gonna make this video 2 parts. So we'll be nearing the end of this video, and the second part will be actually attempting to land, or I don't think I should land on Duna. Should I? Oh no, don't crash. Ah, goodness. Scared the poop out of me. Alright, we are way kind of weird. That's no problem. We have gravitational lock, but only for a short while. So, how much do we gotta slow down in order to get captured by this thing? We gotta slow down a whole lot. That's no problem. 3-minute burn again. I think we have enough fuel. We should have enough fuel. Alright. Let's get into position. Maneuver node should be on the other side. Right there. There's Duna. Awesome. Alright, it's a 3-minute burn, right? 3 to 4 minutes. So we'll go ahead and fast forward to about 3 minutes. And then we'll initiate! Oh! Oh shit. I think it's too late. Oh, I should have quick saved. What the fuck? Gosh damn it. You talk about a Mickey Mouse fucked up piece of... We may need to make an emergency landing. I don't know if we have enough fuel. Damn it! Always something fucks up. I just don't understand. It was my fault because I'm so used to being around Kerbin. And the time warp goes up only to about four times, so here I am, typing away like a dumbass. No, we're not gonna make it. No way now. I will be surprised if we're able to get into orbit, because we are just wasting fuel. Make sure I'm doing this right. That it's following this blue orbit, not the other one. Full power. I don't care if we have a strange elliptical orbit like that. I just want to get into freaking orbit. Oh yeah, we're gonna... More than likely we wasted a good 50 units of gas. It would have been a lot easier. It would have been a lot easier if we had burned at the periapsis, but no. Now, because of the fact that we're swinging by the planet, rather than swinging into it, we've picked up a whole lot of speed, which, unfortunately, we have to kill. Which requires fuel, which we don't have a whole lot of. We're less than 1/3 a tank. Finally, looks like it's starting to bow out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Still got a good amount of fuel left, although we could have had more, had I been paying attention. Okay. Oh, wait. Good lord. Alright. It's gonna be one messed up orbit, but we are in Duna orbit. Alright, that's good. Engines on. RCS on. Full burn. Take a little picture. I'm gonna see if we can't get that just a little closer. I have no idea. Oh, maybe this will help. Atmosphere, atmosphere, atmosphere. Scale height is 3 kilometers. Atmosphere height, 50,000 meters. Okay. Don't want to get too close lest we do a deorbital burn by accident. And what I should have done with those fuel lines is put them in a crisscross type of fashion to tie everything in to each other. It would have been a heck of a lot easier trying to figure out balance. So if the Duna atmosphere is 50,000, then I'm just going to go ahead and get to about 70 or so. Wow, really? Okay. That doesn't look right. Looks a little close. We're gonna stop at 100. Okay. Now, the way I'm stopping this is, of course, a little bit of cheating. I'm using the time warp. When you initiate time warp, it stops it right on a dime because it cancels the physics of the craft. But really, seriously, I know you guys probably you don't know this, but I've been videotaping for the past 4 hours. So yeah, I'm at the verge of just calling it quits for now. I don't think we're gonna be able to get back to Kerbin without some help. Nope, I don't believe so. But we can go ahead and drop a satellite into this orbit. So let's do that now. Oops. And a couple. Alright. Nice and easy. There it is, our little Sputnik. And we can actually just leave him in orbit. Yeah, he's fine. Let's make sure we prop him up. There we go. Yep, that's good. Awesome. First satellite already on the way. Well, I'm tired. This was exhausting. And I don't think we'll be able to get back. But, yeah, in the next video, I'm going to attempt to get a type of deorbital burn and enter the atmosphere of Duna. And while I'm entering the atmosphere of Duna, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Because I really don't think that... You know, I'm trying to keep it as somewhat realistic as possible. This guy by himself is not going to enter Duna's atmosphere and survive. So I'm going to release the second probe in some other area, perhaps closer to Duna. And then I'm going to attempt to land the Ssto. And just before landing, after I get through the atmosphere, I'll jettison this guy. Parachutes will drag him away. And I might crash and burn horribly, but we'll see what happens. we've got barely enough fuel to do anything, so it's going to be very interesting. And I don't think, even though this is an atmosphere, is it air? If it's not air, this is not going to work at all. Oh boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I know it was a little lengthy. It was for me. That's pretty cool. I'm just impressed that it got here. That's all. I'm just impressed that it got here. Awesome. Alright, well, I'm Vaos, and I'm signing off.